Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, right. Uh, are you hearing my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in the last class, we have a discussion over the Harappan architecture. But I think that video was not clear, but nobody has informed me regarding that last class because my voice is not clear. I don't know how do you people follow. Okay, so I have to repeat the last class again because many of the students, you are in the class, but nobody informed regarding my class. It's not clear actually. Okay, so again, I want to give you about the architecture of Harappan civilization. Okay, so as a part of Harappa, a wonderful civilization, and having such things regarding the town planning, when you see the town planning, such a systematic way they follow, and when you see the grid system like such sewerage system they follow, such drainage system they follow, and the construction which is on a systematic way, and construction of such buildings like great buildings or such monuments like Great Bath and granaries. Those are such a measured structures, and the well built all those things, having a lot of knowledge over such architectural planning. Okay, so the things like having they had a clear cut idea over the uh, architectural planning during the Indus Valley. Okay, so all those things we have see because the whole towns, such towns like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Kalibangan, except one or two towns like the Lothal and Chambudaro, where we see things like without Chitadal at Chambudaro and Lothal having certain different structure when you see the town planning. Okay, so when you see the other town like the Dolavera, you had certain different structure there. Okay, so apart from the two towns, two types of the towns, lower and upper town, and one additional division we will see at Dolavera, like a middle town. Okay, so except one or two distinguished features, overall we'll see certain unique town planning in all towns and cities are better to be called as the sites of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so such things we see in the last class while going with all these things. I have a certain PPT with the town planning structure are like that. Okay, so and before going to those things again, I have to repeat those things again. And before going to that, I have to share my screen, and then I will start my lecture. Yeah, right. Students, are you getting my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. This is a small PPT over the architecture of the ancient uh, Indus Valley civilization, and I will give you some of the basic things first of all, and then I'll move to the architecture of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so the first recorded in the 18th century, when a British army personnel James Lewis noticed the mounded ruins in the Harappa, and then the Alexander Cunningham visited the site in 1853 and 56. He did some small excavations and reported some discoveries of pottery, stone tools, and a certain seal-like structures there. And by 1872, the site experienced heavy brick robbing, and usually it's a upper layer destroyed. Okay, so a proper execution was started in 1921, sorry, 2021 by Dayaram Sahani under the general supervision of Surgeon Marshall, then Director General of Archaeology. And in 1922, another site, Mohenjo-daro, was executed by the Rakal Das Banerjee, R.D. Banerjee. Okay, so the formal announcement of this great discovery was first time published in Illustrated London News on 20th September 1924 in form of a article published by Sir John Marshall. And before Sir John Marshall, which is a important article which published with Alexander Cunningham. Okay. So, and after that, you are well known that certain changes taken place. Okay. So, this is one of the mound more than which is a mound which is built more than 2000 years ago, and which is covering two strata of earlier remains. Okay, so basically, which is also a important exhibition we'll see in the part and parcel of Harappan civilization. And then when you see the Harappan culture, because you are already aware these things like Harappan culture is named as Indus Valley and Indus Saraswati and Harappan civilization, etc. And spread in the western part of Indian subcontinent, presently which falls in India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, and covered an area about 1.5 million square kilometers, and considered as the largest civilization of the world, and about 2,000 Harappan sites discovered in which more that 100 have been executed. And the four major urban cities are the centers you are well known, where a lot of research and exhibition has taken place, like the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Dholavira, and Rakhigali. These are the four important sites where you get lot of things which similar to other parts of the side, Indus Valley area or the territory. Okay, so when you see the origin and the development of Harappans, the first urban culture of India developed gradually from the earlier Neolithic culture, village cultures, and the better technological technologies to exploit the fertile plains probably have resulted in the surplus agricultural production, which was responsible for different artisan classes, and it also helped in promotion of exchange, trading contacts with other regions, and the long and complex cultural process of urban culture consists three phases, right? So we already discussed about these three phases: early Harappan, mature Harappan, and late Harappan. And I had also the detailed regarding these three phases also. And the early Harappan phase was formative or like a proto-Harappan phase, and the mature Harappan phase was full-fledged urban phase, and late Harappan was the post-urban phase. Okay, so which is the broad chronology, which is based on the carbon 14, the dating. When you see the early Harappan phase is roughly in between 3200 to 2600 BC. And when you see the mature Harappan phase, it's roughly approximately between 2600 to 1900 BC. And when you see the late Harappan, it is in between 1900 to 1300 BC. Okay, so when you see the average on the basis of these three phases, you can roughly say, according to the carbon 14 dating, you can roughly say 2500 to 1750 BC, like that. Okay, so such divisions we already had. Okay, so it's a the distribution of certain sites. Okay, so you can clearly observe these sites, the Harappan sites, were extended nearly up to the borders of the Iran and Afghanistan on the western part. Okay, so and the overall these are certain important sites you will see as a part of northwestern Indian territory. It is extended up to the Narmada River. Okay, so where particularly you'll see certain important sites in the northmost part of, sorry, the southernmost part of this Indus Valley civilization was one of the Daimabad, one of the southernmost part of site of this Harappan civilization. Okay, apart from these, you can see Rosary, Rangapur, and Puntai, Dholavira, and Garobiro, and Chanhudaro, Port Dizzy, Ganeriwala, and Soti, Kalibangan, and Ropar, Alangirpur. Alangirpur is the easternmost part of this Mohenjo-daro site. Okay, so when you see in the western part, the Sukta gender is the most most part of the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so when you see the northernmost part, it's like Short Gai, and when you see particularly in India, it's a Manda is the northernmost part. Okay, so apart from these, you can see particularly in the territory of Pakistan, certain important sites you'll see regarding the Indus Valley, like the Ghazi Shah and Mahi, Mohenjo-daro, Jukar, Patani Damba, and Harappa. Okay, so Dabarkot. All these are you can see in the Kulli, Quetta. So all these you will see these are comes under the Pakistan, the territories of Pakistan. Okay, so such things you will. This is the totally the expansion of the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so such a mighty extension you see the distribution of such a Harappan sites. Okay, so it's a totally when you see certain phase of the early Harappan civilization, which is only confined to such an important sites where you see particularly the Nal and Mehergarh and Gajisha, Balkot, Dholavira, Surkatoda, such important sites, and Soti, Banavali, okay, so Saraikole. So all these comes under the early Harappan sites. Okay, so where you see certain the initial structure, basically in these sites you will see certain rural character. Okay, so when you compare to the mature and later urban phase. Okay, so when you see in the early urban phase, the which is it immediately preceded mature urban and consists many of the diagnostic features of mature urban culture and traditional phase which is between the rural to urban. It's a transformation phase. Okay, so in the initial stage you'll see only the rural structure, then gradually which turns to the urban nature. Okay, so it has been variously referred as a code design. Code design, one of the important culture you will see in the early Harappan and Nal, Quetta, and Ahar. So all these are cultures you will see in the early Harappan. Okay, so code design and pre-Harappan, which basically you see in certain parts like the Kalibangan and Benavali and Akraware culture. Akraware culture also one of the early Harappan culture. Okay, so when you see such important sites of early Harappan like the Soti, Kalibangan, Banavali, Rakigari, and Birana, Dolavira in India, and Port Dizi, Amri, Rahmanderi, Jalilpur, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro are in Pakistan are like that. Okay, these sites you can see under the early Harappan, but the same sites you also see in the mature and later Harappan also, because this is the sites where you find the early Harappan culture. Okay, so in these sites you observe that rural nature you will get in these sites. Okay, so in the same sites you will get the urban nature also, because when the transformation is taken place, when certain development has taken place, gradually the people of early Harappan also who left the this rural nature and they adopted the urban nature. Okay, so when the urban nature adopted, it comes under the mature and the later. Okay, so when you see certain settlement and architecture and marked by the rudimentary form of grid pattern for the for the town planning, mostly with houses of sun-dried mud bricks. Okay, so the this ratio of brick may be 3 is to 2 is to 1 measurement. Okay, so the almost all the sites were surrounded by the fortification of wall. Okay, so fortification of wall only, fortification is only followed to the upper town. Okay, so you cannot see the fortification for the lower town. Okay, so lower town there is the division of the town basically, upper and lower. Okay, so you'll see only fortification for the upper town, not for the lower town. Okay, so because the lower town is only confined to the servants, those probably serves the people of the upper state. Okay, so upper class of the society like that. Okay, you can imagine, and almost all the sites were surrounded by the fortification of wall and fortification of wall and uh, okay, so fortification of wall and houses were around courtyards and presence of wide streets running in the core area of the settlement. And many of the settlements had kilns indicating a sharp increase in specialized crops, a short of contacts with other group of peoples, and initial stage, it's a initial stage, but high level of specialized arts and crafts you will see. Okay, so such a important utensils they use, such a important agricultural implement they use. All those are made with the stone as well as the metals. Okay, so metals like the copper and bronze, basically they use to made such a important tools or utensils what they use. Okay, so and in this phase, you'll see the emergence of writing. Okay, so in this phase, you find certain signboards and certain terracotta figurines and certain seals. On those, you find certain script also. Okay, so that's why we called as the overall Indus Valley civilization, which comes under the proto history. Okay, proto Indian history, because the script is there, but decipherment is taken place or not. It's the other point. But the script, basically the script is followed. Okay, so whenever the script is followed, that civilization or a phase comes under the proto-history, right? So the things you'll see in the early phase of Harappan, and when you see the mature phase of Harappan civilization, which is in this, basically you'll see such important towns like Surkatoda, Lothal, and Kuntasai, and Dolavira, Chanhudaru, and Mohenjo-daro, Ganeriwala, Rakigari. Okay, so Banavali, Ropar, Kalibangan, Manda. Okay, so all these comes under Rahmanderi, right? So all this comes under the mature Harappan phase, nothing but the second phase of the Harappan. Okay, so certain developments you see within the mature Harappan phase. When you see the architecture of mature Harappan, and about 1100 mature Harappan sites have been discovered, in which 400 were located in Pakistan and remaining are in India. And among these, about 100 sites are executed, and within the Pakistan, you'll see 42, and when you see in the territories of India, is up to the 55 like that. And the remains shows the evidence of first urban settlement in Indian subcontinent, which gradually grow from the village settlement in the same area. Okay, so the settlement can be divided into three categories, like the village hamlets, which occupying the area up to the 10 hectares. Okay, so in the last class also, we discussed about certain towns and cities according to the area. Okay, so but the last class is somewhat not clarity. That's why not clear. So that again repeating the same things. Okay, so when you see certain villages, the rural natured cities, those are occupying the area up to the 10 hectares of area, the extension. And when you see the town, it's occupying the area between 10 to 50 hectares. And when you call those are the cities, those cities occupying the area more than 50 hectares. Okay, so the maximum number of sites are represented by the village or the hamlets, and all major sites are located in diverse environmental and geographical settlements, geographical settings, which resulted slight variation in planning of settlements. Okay, so when you see the town planning and layout, the major Harappan sites have brought to light excellent evidence of specific planning and layout of habitation area. And except the Dolavira, the Harappan town planning is usually based on duality and Acropolis, upper town and lower town like structure. And but at the Dolavira, you see three parts. Okay, so we already discussed in earlier classes. Again, I am repeating these things. And Dolavira, three parts of the city you will see. One is like upper town, middle town, and the lower. Okay, so upper town is nothing but the Acropolis, and middle town, lower town. Okay, except the Dolavira, other towns only have the two structure, the upper town and the lower town. Okay, so and Acropolis or Citadel, invariably fortified and mostly located to the west while lower town located towards east and occasionally fortified. Okay, so rare cases you will see the lower town is the fortified. Okay, so every town, every upper town in the every site you will see a fortified wall. Okay, so but except in the Chanmudar. Okay, so Chanmudaro you don't see the Chitadal or the fortified wall to the upper town, and except the Chanmudaro, remaining other sites you will see the upper the Acropolis, which is fortified, better to be called as a Citadel. Okay, so all major centers were built entirely of the bricks and chiseled stone block with a specific ratio of 4 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, so and the city layout was in grid pattern, and the streets and lanes cutting across one another almost at a right angle and dividing city in blocks also. Okay, so and the major towns in the Indus Valley, those were gradually, those were commonly, which is dividing to certain blocks, and again the blocks which is having a systematic streets. Okay, and the most remarkable features were the regularity and consideration given to the such civic amenities. Civic amenities like maintaining certain drainage system on the besides of every street. Okay, so every drainage, the outer drainage which is connected with a mini drainage line with drainage line of individual house. Okay, so every individual house having certain a mini drainage pipeline, which well connected with the outer drainage part. Okay, so which is besides of streets. Okay, so this is the Harappa site plan. You are watching on the screen. Okay, so which is totally which is certain divisions like this is the upper town. Okay, so which is a lower town. Okay, such things you will see the cemetery and such a mound. Okay, so and you find number of mounds in the city plans, because besides of such certain mounds where the plain area may be constructed with certain dwellings there. Okay, so these are such a division you see, which is the dry bed of the river, which is Ravi River. Okay, so besides on the banks of Ravi River, it's a huge structure you will see in the form of Harappa. Okay, so such important, and you will also see certain gateways to such towns where totally fortified. Okay, so it's like it's a Mohenjo-daro, the city plan of the Mohenjo-daro, which is also some systematic way you will see, and where which is you are watching is like a fortified city, better to be called as the citadel, and probably every upper town having the citadel, which is having the dwellings may be constructed on certain height, and which is totally covered with a fortified wall, and in the fortified wall they had certain facilities also, and each house is divided into certain rooms. Okay, so and these houses, within the houses, they are also followed other monuments like school, and like a great park, granary, and assembly hall, temple, Such a structure you will see in the Sitagar. Okay. So, which is Mohenjo-daro had the straight streets and large public buildings and meeting places. Its two-story houses were built of baked bricks and many included rooms for the bathroom. Okay. So, which is about the Lothal, the city Lothal, which comes under the mature Harappan site, which is also having the certain division. You'll see the lower town and upper town. Okay, so which is having a certain specialized borders also. They followed certain platform structure, and it's a acropolis. It's a upper town. You'll see. Okay, so having certain bathing platforms also, the warehouse you'll see where the like a granary where the food stored for the future purpose. Okay, so such division you'll see, and they also followed the cemetery. Okay, so one of the graveyard they followed at the time only. Okay, so for the overall town and city, there is a entrance gate, main entrance gate. So such division you'll see in the each town and city of Mohenjo-daro. Okay, it is also sub division you'll see, and this is the Kalibangan structure. Okay, so which is also having certain divisions like other cities and towns of Mohenjo-daro, and which is a important one, which is Dholavira, the layout of city Dholavira, where you see the lower town, middle town, and also the Bailey or Acropolis. It's a upper town. Okay, so three divisions you will see in the Dholavira, and you cannot see such a division in the any other city of Indus Valley. Only you see such division in Dholavira. Three divisions in only Dholavira. Okay. So, and apart from this, you can see the all things somewhat common. Okay, so cemetery, modern one, what such a division they follow. Okay, when you see the streets of Mohenjo-daro cities and towns, you'll see such these may be reconstructed. Okay, it's not original one, but after knowing the execution in the part of execution, after getting an idea over the structure, they can rebuild on besides. Okay, so this is these are the structures of the streets. Okay, so the streets were straight and oriented. The streets were straight and oriented towards the cardinal direction, and they divide the settlement in several rectangular blocks. And both narrow and broad streets were found vary from 4 feet to 30 feet, and the streets have a rounded corner which shown the basic principle of traffic. Okay, so such broad streets you will see in the Indus Valley towns. Okay, so and apart from these, there are other things like the drainage system. The Harappan civilization had efficient sanitary and drainage system before the Roman. No civilization had such a drainage system, and each and every house had a connection of main drain. The drains were run below the streets and lanes and had inspection holes, and the covered drains were connected with the larger sewerage outlets. Sometimes the main drains were more than 5 feet deep, like that. Okay, so this is as a part of ground drain where such broad drain you will see in the Harappan, which is also the Corbel drain arch Harappa. Okay, so you'll see this is the outlet. are the inlet of such drains we'll see in the each and every city of Harappa, and which is also a well like structure, which is also like a drain where the whole waste water can easily dump. Okay, so this is somewhat a roughly structure of houses, and the basic unit of town planning was the individual houses, in which smaller unit usually consists two to three rooms, and the houses in lower town were functional rather than the decorative. Okay, so you see only one or two room like that, and thickness of wall and remnants of staircases indicates that houses were usually double story and built on plinth rises above street level, and each house built around courtyard, and the roofs were made of reed matting and covered with a thick mud coat. Okay, so this is structure of Harappan settlements. These are rebuilt. Okay, so you cannot see exactly the things which excavated. Okay, it's probably it's a imaginary use. Okay, the structures may be like this. Okay, so and when you see the public buildings, which is you are watching, it's like a great ball. Okay, so where you find Mohenjo-daro in the city of Mohenjo-daro. And important public buildings are Great Bath, Granary, Assembly Hall, etc. And Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro is the earliest public water tank in the world, uh, situated almost in the center of Mount. It was provided with two wide staircases from north and south. Floor was watertight with gypsum plaster, and bitumen was also used to water tightly. Okay, so without silting, you see. Okay, so the series of rooms located along the eastern road. Okay, so those rooms may be used for changing dress or like that. Okay, so it's like imaginary view. Okay, so and when you see the granary also another public building, and the so-called granary of Harappa is consists two rows of six rooms, each room measure 15 into 6 meters, and the rooms are arranged along central passageway near it's approximately 7 meter wide like that, and each room has three sleeper walls with a space. And many scholars disagree with as a granary and say that it might be a public building for religious purpose or like this. Certain debate over every public building in the Indus Valley city. Okay, so this is granary structure. Okay, so such structure you will see everywhere in the text. Um, so, and when you see the types and nature of settlement, and like a metropolitan sculpture, you will see where the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Rakigari, Ganeriwala, Dholavira, these sites spread in more than 50 hectares of area, and city sites like the Kalibangan, Surkatoda, Pirana, Mitalal, Naushero, Charhudaro, etc. And when you see the special purposes, Lothal, you'll get it's like a trading center, and you also get certain bead making manufacturing units, and you also get one other important thing is a dockyard, natural dockyard you found at Lothal, and also a water harvesting system also you'll get from the local. And when you see the Kuntasi bead making center, it's also a many seeds also made from the Kuntasi. Number of seeds you find at Kuntasi only. And when you see the Nageshwar, which is a shell working center, you will see, and at the Sutta Gender, which is constructed on the river side, trading post, important trade center on the western part. And when you see the Rahman Dairy, which is a Harappan terracotta cake site, which is and Sotugai to control the mining of lapis lazuli, and other semi-precious metals in this area. Okay, so sartagite, which is